Latina, wine, my sweetheart. I'll be going for a few weeks, alright? Take care of yourself and your brother too. Wine's mother told her, standing with her luggage. Wine sighed with the roll of her eyes. I can't tolerate him at all, Mom. Don't expect me to look after that brat. Wine and Jungkook were step-siblings. Wine's mother got married to his father a year ago. Jungkook was a spoiled kid, and Wine hated him from the beginning. Today, Wine's mother was leaving for a trip to London, while her stepfather, Jungkook's father, would be staying with them. Wine genuinely liked her stepfather. He was a gentleman who treated them with kindness. She was grateful that her mother had finally found happiness away from the misery her biological father had brought. Latina smiled softly. Don't say that, sweetheart. He's a good man. Wine just rolled her eyes, offering a brief note before bidding her mother goodbye. At night, Wine stepped out of the shower wrapped in her bathrobe, towel twisting her damp hair. Her eyes immediately landed on her bed and her brows furrowed at the figure sprawled across it. One hand tucked under his head on the pillow, the other clutching her book as if he were reading. Wine, what the hell are you doing here? He turned his head slowly, eyes meeting hers, a smirk tugging at his lips. Jungkook sprawled on the bed, the same playful smirk on his lips. Jungkook, I was just reading. This is actually interesting. One's eyes widened, she sprang forward. When? Give it back! She lunged forward to snatch the book, but he lifted the book just out of reach, teasing. Wine, I said give my book back, she shouted, hands flailing for it. Wine's knee landed on the edge of the bed beside his legs, her hand still clawing for her book. She didn't even realize she had ended up on his lap. Jungkook smirked, lifting it higher. Wine, I said give it back, she shouted, voice sharp with frustration. In her desperation, she lunged harder, only to lose her balance when Jungkook suddenly leaned back onto the bed. Wine toppled forward with him crashing down, her palms pressed against his chest. Her eyes widened in shock. Before she could react, Jungkook's hand shot up to the back of her head, yanking her closer, and Jungkook's mouth crashed against hers. Wine's eyes flew wide open, disbelief flooding through her. Her stepbrother was kissing her on her bed. She immediately shoved at his chest, breaking the kiss as she sat upright on his lap. Her hand flew to her swollen lips, eyes wide in shock as she stared at him. Jungkook pushed himself up too, his brows lifting in unbothered amusement. Wine's voice shook as she stammered, What did you just... Are you crazy? Why would you suddenly kiss me? I'm your sister, she shouted at him. Jungkook, so what? Wine stared back and forth in his eyes, shocked. Wine, get away, I told Mom. She straddled on his lap, but he grabbed her tightly. Wine, what's wrong with you? Don't touch Jungkook. I like you. Wine, what? Her brows knitted tightly as he let out a low sigh. Jungkook, I like you. I don't care about anything else. I want you. Wine, don't be ridiculous. We're siblings. Jungkook, step-siblings. He cut her off, his tone firm, eyes locked on hers. We are not blood-related. Wine, you have gone crazy, Jungkook. Just leave my room right now. Her protests were cut off when his mouth crashed against her again. He pulled back almost instantly, cupping her cheeks, his gaze burning into hers. Jungkook, I know you want me too. I know you like me, Wine. I see the way you look at me. You tell yourself that you hate me, but that's only because you know you can't have me. Wine was left speechless because deep down every word he said was true. Wine, no, you were wrong. Just stop it. We can't. Our parents are married. Jungkook's jaw clenched. They won't know. No one will. I want you so much, even if it means keeping everything secret. Please, Wine. He sounded almost desperate, pleading. Wine, it's impossible. Get away. I can't betray my mom. Jungkook's voice dropped, cold and steady. Would you believe me if I said your mom is cheating on my dad? Wine, now you're just making things up. Jungkook shook his head slowly. Jungkook, no, Wine, I have proof. She's seeing another man, the one from that party a week ago. Why do you think she suddenly decided on a trip to London? Wine's eyes hardened. Wine, I don't believe you. With a heavy sigh, Jungkook pulled out his phone and pressed play. On the screen, Latina appeared, her lips locked with another man's. Wine's jaw dropped in shock. Jungkook, I knew you would not believe me, he said flatly. That's why I had to collect proof. Wine's eyes watered. She could not believe her mother was cheating on that humble man. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door. Both their heads turned toward the door as Mr. Jones' voice came from outside. Mr. Jones, Wine, my dear, are you inside? Come down, we'll have dinner together. Wine's chest tightened painfully. Jungkook tilted his head at her, his eyes locked on her. Jungkook, what do you think my father will do if he knew about your mother's affair? Her breath hitched. Forcing her voice to stay steady, she called out gently through it trembled. I'm on a diet, Dad. I won't eat. Mr. John, okay, my dear, have a good sleep. They listened as his footsteps slowly faded down the hall. Jungkook, what do you say? You like me, I like you, your mother. I'm sure she'll soon ask for a divorce. Why should we ruin our lives because of them? Tears welled in Wan's eyes as she stared at his face. In a moment of weakness, her hands pulled at him and she crushed her lips to his. They devoured each other's lips like a mad couple. Jungkook gently shifted her, lying her on the bed and hovering above her. Their belongings slipped away. Wine was scared, ashamed, and unbearably weak for him. Her cheeks burned crimson when his hand brushed away her bathrobe. She kept her eyes on the ceiling, trying to resist the storm inside her, but soon Jungkook's body pressed down against hers. Every touch sent chills rushing through her veins. Her gaze fell helplessly on his perfectly toned abs, and then her breath hitched. His member pressed teasingly against hers. Jungkook, is it your first time? He asked, staring at her beautiful frame. Wine nodded shakily and tried to prepare herself, but her cry tore through the room the moment he pushed inside. Jungkook was on cloud nine. He bit down his lips, opening his mouth wide with groans. Wan's hand clawed the sheets, trying to adjust the intensity, and Jungkook was restless to wait. He started doing it careful enough not to hurt her. Jungkook whispered, his eyes locked on hers. You're so beautiful. I love you. Remember this moment. Don't ever push me away. Yeah. For a long while they held each other, lost in the closeness and the warmth of the moment. Suddenly the soft sound of her stepdad's footsteps reached her ears, signaling he had returned from dinner. Both of them stiffened. Jungkook, stay quiet. His room is right beside yours. Wine nodded quickly, her eyes wide. Jungkook pulled her close, pressing a hand gently over her mouth and pounded. Wine stifled a gasp. Jungkook, damn. Jungkook panted heavily, feeling her warmth. Wine, I'm scared. Jungkook, please slow down. Jungkook eased back, pressing gentle pecks to her cheek and forehead to calm her. He smiled softly, touched that she trusted him completely, even though he was a playboy, but he promised himself to stay loyal for her. Fine, what if Dad finds out about us? Jungkook smirked, brushing a strand of hairs from her face. Find out, you say? Then we'll have to be careful, won't we? Wine bit her lip, her cheeks flashing. You'll never accept us. It's forbidden, but I've wanted you since the first time I saw you. I can't help it. Jungkook cupped her face gently, eyes softening. Jungkook, trust me, Wine. It's the same for me. Jungkook, but I love you. I'll fight for us. Don't worry about a thing, Wine. Wine, I love you too. They got tangled together one more time, unaware what the future might hold.